Okay, so here we are at the Stonehedge Gardens Burnpile. August 2021. Recording this mainly as just a intro for Jermel Fontaine, so he knows what he's getting into when he comes and helps. Now, from where I'm filming right now, it looks like, what the fuck am I supposed to paint? This is just a bunch of freaking, tree branches and shit. Well, yes and no. Mainly no. See, the burn pile itself, while it has become augmented with, lawn refuse, tree branches, and all that shit, it is mainly composed of old lumber like this. Now, I took this from the other side and placed it over here. I intend to do more of that with more lumber, but if you look closely, you see lumber's just sitting here, So, as you pull it out, you can paint on it and bring it out to the outer ridge to make it more of a presentation here. This here I started building a structure here, trying to give it some sense of structure instead of just a big pile. It used to resemble more of a vagina when I first created it, but as the evergreen boughs have dried up in the sun, the vaginal, the pussy lips are slowly fading. Anyway, there's still this teepee kind of structure to it. This skull, something I added as the last thought, just as I was painting, thinking I only had till sundown last weekend before it started burning. But the Burning Man people did not want to do it because they thought it was too big. The longer it waits, the more it gets pushed off. But here you can see this is the side where I've more been doing stuff. I do want to make it so that the whole thing is, something you want to walk around and see every part of. The fact that this is all gonna burn makes it, maybe I'll get into that later. Let's just focus on what we're looking at here. As you can see, I've done some more like objective stuff, this weird dragonfish thing. Experimental, kind of did this stick figure and left it that way because I like how it looks like, old Japanese brushwork, sort of, representing a different style. This guy, it fell apart over the week, but I don't know, that's interesting. That's neat. Do something and make it fold out. I don't know. Who fucking cares? But it really, part of the fun is that nothing is permanent. You can be experimental. It can look like shit, and if you hate it, you can just watch it burn, and then it's gone forever. If you love it, hopefully the idea is somebody is just like, oh my god, how could they burn that? Oh my god, here's $100, here's $500 or whatever. But that's not gonna happen. Don't count on that happening. Although I will say that this is the one I started with. It was just a really dusty table. I had gloves that were wet from just all the dew from pulling stuff, and I just started wiping away the dust and I made sort of a skull face. And I came back later with some white paint and gesso and fleshed it out more, and then people responded to it so much that and then it didn't get burnt, so I started adding color. And I don't know, some people have said that, if it was painted on something nicer, I would have, considered taking it with me, rescuing it. Like, yeah, right. But would you pay money for it? That's the thing. I don't know, I see lots of problems with this painting myself, but I'm a perfectionist. People see this as really nice. I don't know, maybe it's just their way of complimenting me, but would you really want that in your living room just staring at you like that? I don't think so. Look at it as negative energy that's being burnt up, or look at it as an offering to the gods or the spirits of Stonehedge. I just want to make it more ceremonious because all of this lumber came out of the previous owner's barn. The previous owner built this place with his father from scratch. I mean, if you look around the gardens, it's glorious. But, you know, you can't really get a good sense of that from here. But, yeah, the old owner's heart and soul went into this place. It was set up as a non-profit. Everything, it, you know, ran on the sweat and tears of volunteers who just came here to work because they love the place. People like me. I like just coming here, pulling weeds, clearing paths, being helpful. However, you know, the new owner, a lot of stuff was just gumming up the process. He's pruning, essentially. He's getting rid of a lot of the old stuff. The old owner held on to a lot of this stuff for a reason, because all of it's useful. I hate to see, even though it looks like it's crumbling, this is a solid board, you know, it's like you could build something out of this still. Even if it was just, you know, a fence for a temporary garden or compost pile, I don't know. Repurposing would be one of the, you know, it would be in line with the goals of this place eventually. However, right now, I think the new owner, Tom, just wants to, you know, make room for new growth. And so all of this stuff has to go. But as a hoarder myself, who sees potential and value in things, it kind of pains me to see this all just get burnt up without at least one final goodbye. So kind of want to paint on it and just make it a, you know, if it's all going up in smoke, I want to make it glorious. So that is my mission. I'm going to take boards and put them all around the thing. Now you can see the, run back over here real quick. There's a style that I sort of started cultivating after one of the Burning Man people said he liked how it looked like, you know, maybe some of these creatures are trying to escape from the fire. So, you know, there's this idea, you know, electricity or vines or smoke or vapor or mist or energy or something just flowing upward, like, you know, it's aspiring kind of theme, because there's a lot of these really long boards that are vertical, and I think that they kind of yeah, there's a thematic resonance there. They're real easy to slot in here in between the branches. So to take boards, you know, I can climb up on the pile. I've rescued a few things already from here and hidden them or kept them for myself or whatnot. Look there, there's a nice picture frame over there. These like these little like egg crate things there. Some of them are half falling apart, some of them are pretty usable. Some of the wood is just really nice, you know, workmanship to it that you don't see anymore. And you know, I could go on and on, but you know, some of it's experimental, some of it's just the usual shit. So there's, you know, there's a real freedom to this because you can do whatever you want. You can have fun with it. You know, I've given like, you know, suggestions for the theme that I'm sort of running with, but it's really on you. Like, you know, some of this stuff is more like, okay, energy flowing up, or, you know, getting rid of the elder, you know, tree spirit or whatever that represents, you know, positive or negative, whatever. Some of it is just more like me just having fun. And, you know, wanted to paint a big ugly fish, or, you know, do a stick figure of a wayfish waspy looking chick, or whatever. Just wiping the paint off my brush turns into a picture or something like that. I'll end this video now, and maybe I'll do another one that shows you the technique I've been using. But, you know, it's all up to you. So I hope this entices you and you still feel this is a worthy project, because it would be awesome to have somebody helping me and just somebody to share ideas and talk to while I work. But it might all be going up in smoke tomorrow. That's the plan, but that's been the plan for a few weeks now, so we'll see. The longer it gets pushed off, the more we get to add to it. But, you know, don't count on it being here forever. But that's part of the glory. I mean, you know, I'm not getting too caught up in the details, and I'm having more fun just like letting stuff like, oh, okay, I think that satyr there looks kind of shitty. There's too much like white in his face or whatever, but who cares? Maybe I'll work on it later, or maybe I won't. doesn't really matter. Might start painting on the actual like nature wood here, something like that, but you know, we can talk about it more. Yeah, tomorrow if you're coming up or have any questions, feel free to ask on Messenger, blah blah blah. Yeah, end video.